Welcome to Gail's Garden, Herbs and More. Today I'd like to talk to you, excuse me, I'd like to talk to you about making a facial serum. Now, this can be done in a couple of ways. You can make it for men or women or both. Especially, you say, why would a man want that? Well, it depends where you live. If you live in a dry climate, even men need to put some oils on their face, and you can use this any part of your body, but it is so valuable. I mean, you probably pay hundreds of dollars for this if you were to go buy it out of the store, and it still probably wouldn't be as well done because this is handmade. I grew the herbs, I made most of the oils. I did make all of these oils here. I mean, it takes a lot of time and effort and love. And when I give these out as a special gift, it's really, I don't know if people know how special it is. But anyway, there's different ways you can make it. If you're going to use it for a man, you may not want the rose because it has a slight floral, a rose-ish scent, which I love, but a man may not. So you don't have to use the rose oil. The calendula oil you can use because it doesn't have as much, it's more of an earthy smell. And then you can, just that by itself is really good. And something else that I'm going to add, and let's go ahead because whether it's male or female, I'm going to put calendula oil. Calendula is just so really good for the skin. This is going to be basically my base that I'm going to use. I don't make a whole lot at once because you only use a few drops at a time. And so I'm going to put that as my base oil that I'm going to use in my facial serum. Now I'm going to put it in this little bottle. I have just a tad left. I usually don't like to put it back in. I'll start with a new clean bottle, but I'm getting out of caps. This cap doesn't, I'd love to use this little blue bottom bottle, but I don't have a cap for it. So, but I just wanted to show you there's different colors of bottles of whatever you like. They're really pretty. I love the blues, but the browns are easier to get a hold of. You really want a dark bottle if you can find it because it helps protect, the light destroys properties in a lot of this stuff. So you want to protect it from heat and light as much as you can. All right, now for a man, I would probably, if a man was going to use this, I would just use the calendula oil. Now I have something I did buy a little extra. It's called tamanu oil, and I will put a little bit in there, and you can use this for a man as well. I'll put about 3 squirts I put in there. And now depending on the guy, if he doesn't mind a little lavender, you can use lavender. This one is actually lavender and rose and calendula oil. So I use some of that. Which I think I'm going to put just a little bit of this in here. Because this is going to be for me. This one I have drained off really well. It's pretty clear. You can see there's not any material. I drained it a couple times when I was making it. The same for my rose oil. There's a little bit of the stuff on the bottom, but it's fairly clear. I'm going to put this is rose made in jojoba oil. Jojoba is really, really good for your skin. Of course, I didn't make the jojoba oil. I bought that to put my plants in. I do a lot of, I have used olive oil, but I understand that 100% virgin olive oil. Now, a little bit of oil always seems to drip out and get on the bottles. I'll usually, when I'm done here, I'll wipe them all down good, but I don't mind because my hands can use the oil anyway. But something else that I'm going to do is I have vitamin E, and this helps preserve it, and vitamin E is really, really good for your skin. So I'm going to set 3 of those aside. For a man, I would put that in there as well. I wanted to show you too, I have some lavender oil here in jojoba, and it's calendula jojoba. It still has some of the plant material in it, and I can go ahead and strain that off when I get a chance. I just have to watch it real close that some of the plant material doesn't get up at the top and start molding. As long as it's in the oil, it won't mold. It actually helps preserve the oil, but because mold seems to, even though this is a fairly dry, it's California, mold just anymore seems to grow really easy on everything, so I have to be really careful with stuff. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a knife and poke these and put the vitamin E in there. So I'm going to put you on hold for just a minute here. Wow, I don't see the hold button. Well, I guess I'm not going to put you. This has changed. My phone is doing all kinds of really strange, weird things. So just a second. Thank you for your patience. I have to just use what I've got. And right now I've got a phone that's not being real cooperative. Okay, I'm just going to poke a hole. And then, I don't know if you can see that or not, I'm squeezing that vitamin E oil out of the little capsule. There we go, got a hole there. Squeezing that. Comes out pretty good. I'm going to do one more. This, like I said, this is very good to preserve. The reason I don't want to, we are also not getting very good service here with the phone. If I do this video in one piece, because I can't put together videos on my computer, I have to do that on my phone, but if the video is put in pieces, then I have to use my phone to put them together, so that's why there's no way to pause it, and I didn't want to try to do that because our service is getting worse and worse, and because it was bought out. So I'm trying to keep this all in one piece so I can download it on my computer and then put it on YouTube for y'all to see. Okay, now I'm going to add one other thing, and you don't have to do this, but I'm going to. This is called Rose Regenerative Facial Oil. It is essential oils. And it, at one point I used to have some rose, but it's very, very expensive. So this is mixed with a couple of other things that are really good for you. Let me see what's in here and I can read. Okay, it has lavender rose hip seed oil, which is vitamin C. Vitamin C is really good for your face. It really helps to prevent wrinkles. So it's really good. So is carrot seed. Often I used to put carrot seed in mine as well, but this has carrot seed in it. Heliochrysanthem, which is really good for healing. Frankincense, which is really good. Lemon, rose absolute, neroli, petit grain, cistus, rosado, and all of that is organic. I don't want to put anything on my face that's not organic. Your skin is your largest organ of your body. It absorbs whatever you put on it. So I'm very careful what I put on my skin as well. So I am going to, I don't want to put too much. Essential oils are very, very powerful. So I'm just going to I put 4 drops in there, and that's more than I should have. I should only put 2. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to use this to kind of mix all that around a little bit. I think I may have some extra here, but I wanted you to be able to see what I'm doing. Now, I need a smaller one of these. I just have to use what I have, folks. I'm sorry I don't have all the equipment that some of you might have. That's really too big. So I've really got to hold that carefully as I pour that in. Doesn't go all the way down, but now let me see where that went to. I still have room, so I can go ahead and pour. I just don't want it to overflow all over the floor and table and floor everywhere. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Now what I'm going to do when I get off this video, I'm going to take my fingers and wipe all that precious oils out of here and put it on, because I don't want to waste it. And there we go. And then it filled it up pretty good. I did pretty good guessing on that, right up to the little shoulder there. And I often put a little tag on this, but I keep this one separate from all my other oils in the bathroom. I know what it is. And with the oils, it's hard to keep, especially as I use this as much as I do every day. I try to put a couple drops, and it's not every day, but pretty often on my face and hands and arms. If I have extra, I'll rub it around on my arms, maybe even my legs. But this is mainly for my face. It's very precious oil. Works really well. I gave some to a friend of mine for her 80th birthday. She loves it, and I knew when I walked in, she's a friend that bowls on our league, and I could tell her face looks even softer already after she goes, oh, she found me, goes, I used your oil, I've been using your oil, and I could tell. I could really tell her face looked much softer. This is great stuff. It's very good for healing the skin. My daughter, I have given her calendula oil, and she loves it too. It has helped some areas for her. This is great. This stuff here is great. I really like, don't forget about the vitamin E, because it does help preserve it. And it's also very, very good for your skin. And it's really good too if you have something. Now, Rose has some vitamin C, so I did get some vitamin C in mine, plus my drops. I don't know how much, what the vitamin C, but some of the things that were used in making this essential oil were high in vitamin C, so I'm hoping I get a little bit from there. Seems like I had something, I used to have something else that had vitamin C. I've got to get back to that and see if I can figure out a way to get more vitamin C into it. And I know I'm getting some with my plant matter, but vitamin C is really important. I think the carrot seed oil is probably, that might be one of the things that it has in it, and the rose. It's so good. Rose is really good for the face. But anyway, there you go. There's my facial serum. I'm going to turn this video off and wipe all those extras out in my little bowl here and put it on, and maybe even let my granddaughter over behind me put a little bit on. And I just hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping as Christmas comes you will have a very Merry Christmas. And God bless you all, and we will talk to you later.